Let's turn our attention to security development in Abuja as residents of Tugan Maje are still in fear over their safety on the first night after gunmen invaded their community. TVC News gathered that 20 persons were kidnapped by the gunmen. 14 were eventually released after a vigorous pursuit by operatives of the police special anti-robbery squad. Sifonia Sian reports.
It's an incident residents of Tungan Maje will not forget anytime soon. Bandits invaded the ethnic Bagi community a few minutes after midnight on Thursday. And for 4 hours, they went from house to house dispossessing the people of their valuables. At the end of the operation, 20 persons were taken away. Olaya Mike escaped death by the whiskers. The assailants fired at his gate to gain access to his home. The bullets pierced through the gate, shattering the back windshield of his car. The assailants made away with his valuables as well as his wife's younger sister, a 17-year-old girl.
When they were about to leave, they collected money, collected the unanswered, and pulled my in-law through the window, through the burglar window. They just pulled the grabber.
It's a similar tale in this house. This pregnant woman was taken by the bandits and made to trek alongside others into the bushes for several kilometers.
What led to your release?
When we get there, the last place that we reached, they asked me, Madam, do you have anybody in the government that can able to pay 10 million if we hold you here? I told them, sir, I don't have anybody. The other one said they grace. So I told them, sir, I do not have anybody. So that's how they leave me.
In the case of Frank, the assailants took his wife and 3 children. They eventually released all of them except his 14-year-old son.
My wife is telling me that I should go and open door. Since I don't have money in at home, I say, if these people with this violence, now if they came and meet me, there's no money, I may be gone. So that I now follow my back door, my kitchen door.
Elsewhere in the community, the situation is the same.
They invaded our area, and before we know it, they entered our house. And they ransacked everywhere and went away with the valuables. And to crown it all, when they are going, they went away with my sister, with my daughter.
Bewildered residents gather at the home of this grandmother. Her husband and 12-year-old granddaughter were among the victims. The 75-year-old man was among those released, but the granddaughter wasn't so lucky.
They beat me. Oh yeah. They carry me, sit down for your body. Could don't enter my body. Now they carry me go. They won't carry me go bush with my organ, with my picking. I reach the road. I found out with the cutter. Then remove me. Say make it. Oh yeah. Tefi Muje. I say I no fit Muje again. I want die now. Make it kill me. Make I die for here. They beat me tired.
The traditional ruler is worried. He says this is the first time such a fate would befall his community.
In the history of this community, this is the first time we are experiencing this. We have had cases of armed robbery, but not kidnapping. I call on the people to remain calm. I believe the authorities would do something about this.
According to a statement by the police, its operatives rescued 5 of the victims, and efforts are on to secure the release of another 5. Residents say the bandits would have made away with all the kidnapped victims but for the efforts of the operatives of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad who chased after the assailants into the bushes. Residents here live in fear the worst is yet to happen. 20 persons were kidnapped by the bandits, 14 were eventually released, 6 are still in captivity as we speak. Sifonia Sian, TVC News, Tungan Maje.